Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Craig coming back at you with another episode of You're Welcome. And in this episode, you're going to be especially welcoming me and thanking me for not trying to show the cards that I just opened. I mentioned in my last video, I bought the Decision 92. This is too big. The Decision 92, and this was a whole box. And I opened these. It actually wasn't that bad. I read actually pretty much every back, spent some time opening them and stuff. And some of them are interesting, some of them are extremely boring. So, what I did was, out of the whole box, I was able to get 2 complete sets. I was actually really close to getting, not really close, but relatively close to getting a 3rd set. So if you were interested in buying these cards, I wouldn't go buy the set. I'd buy a box because they're crappy inserts, but there are inserts in it. So you know what? It's really hard to show in this binder, but take my word for it. I'll show you the hits at the end, but I'll go through the other set just real quick here, the highlights of it. So what this is 92 election, and that was the year that Ross Perot ran, and there's just a lot of stuff going on, a lot of issues. I'm going to go through this really quick, and you know what? We don't even need to go through the whole 2nd set because I got most of the highlights in the extra cards that didn't make a 3rd set. So we got the Coalition for Lesbian and Gay Rights. That one's for Classic. We got Ice-T card. I don't know if you watch Dave Durango. He opened up 1 or 2 stacks of these, and I couldn't get in, and I got jealous, so I bought a box. There's Ice-T. There is Jesse Jackson and Willie Nelson. So there is another Jesse Jackson. These are ones that are extra from the 2 sets. There's Jane Fonda for unknown reasons. There's Dick Cheney. So these are extra ones that I set aside. There's Candace Bergen. I'm going to look on the internet to see if I can find TTM for some of these people. Who knows? I mean, Jesse Jackson maybe have TTM. I may be able to send these off. There's Schwarzenegger. There's Madonna. It's a picture of Madonna TV commercial. It'd be really, really cool. There's Clarence Thomas. If I could send these off, sexual harassment. If I could send these off and get one, even just one of these people to sign, it's just going to be whether I can find addresses or not. So we get to the Clinton stuff. So there's Clinton playing the saxophone. There's a Clinton. There's Clinton, something about the deficit holding oranges. This is the one. It's the Clinton battles. I got like 4 of these total. Clinton battles new sex charges. If I could send this off with just a couple of these to both, split them up, one to Bill and one to Hillary, if they just start signing stuff, you never know. They could have somebody like a secretary helping them and just going through and say, hey, sign these cards. Maybe I could get a signature from these 2 or one of these 2 on one of these cards. So there's another one, some Clinton stuff. I'm going to see if I can find an address for Dan Quayle, get that signed. Oliver Stone, who's probably living in like a South American leftist country right now. I mean, a lot of these autographs I don't like. Most of these people I don't care for, don't like. I just think it'd be cool if I could send off or something. Here's Colin Powell. He was actually pretty cool. This one I don't know if I should send off. They have a card of David Duke, and it was just a card. He ran for president or announced he was running for president that year. I feel kind of icky sending off to get his autograph. I don't think I'm going to do that one. But the big one out of this is the Magic Johnson card. So there's a Magic Johnson card in here, and I'm covering up the bottom, and I'm going to show it to you. But the reason he was in this set was because one of the issues of the election was AIDS, and of course he had AIDS, HIV. So I don't know if Magic's going to want to sign this card, but I imagine at some point he had to give his approval for his permission for the set. So we'll see. So once again, this is the binder. I'm going to go to the back. So they have insert cards. They're terrible insert cards, but they have the first insert cards that they have is they're called wild cards. And if you read the very confusing back of the wild card, and if you want to, something about you can send that card in and like $5 shipping and this is back in 92, so that was like $20 back then. You can Don't please anyone challenge me on that. I'm sure I'm wrong. You could send that in, and they would send you like another card of the person who ended up winning the president, or something like that. So I don't know. Sure, even if they were still open, I wouldn't do it. So you get the wild card, you get the checklist. It's a 100 card set. That's why I got a couple of the sets. And you could get these inserts, and they show points on the bottom. I'll turn this. So there's Jane Fonda, and on the bottom in blue has 5. And then there is an unknown person with a really boring card, 10, a couple 5s, and I got one Clinton that was a 50. If you can see it, this is terrible, I'm sorry. Clinton on issues 50, if you see it there. And that's really another confusing thing where you accumulate points, and then you could send those points in and trade them from other cards for the set, which, whatever. I mean, there's only 100 cards. I have them. The only one that I didn't get, it was a special insert set. There's a special Ross Perot insert set. I got a total, there's 5 of them. I got a total of 3 of those cards, but 2 are the same. So here's the Ross Perot. I don't know if you can see this. So it's actually not Ross Perot, but it's some type of special Ross Perot set out of 5. And those actually are relatively rare since I only got 2 in the box. And then the card on the top is a damaged Paul Tongas card. The card came out damaged. I just kind of laughed at it. It's like, I don't know who Paul Tongas, I don't know if you can see, there it is. That's how it came out. It wasn't me mishandling it like I do everything else. Just kind of laughing when I saw the damaged Paul Tongas card. I don't know who Paul Tongas is, and I figured that by not researching him on the internet, I can just picture him being a really interesting, cool guy and not ruin that by Googling him on the internet. So this is my Decision 92 election card set. I will, at some point, if I can find any addresses for those people before I send it, I'll show you my letters going out for TTM. And maybe we can get back a Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton sex scandal card. That would be a big hit there. So, okay, thank you very much. I'll come to you with another video shortly. Later.